Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Mackenzie Bart here in the Dick Goddard Weather Center, and we have another round of some severe storms tonight for more torrential downpours. And it seems like as we head into the later part of the night, we do have a higher risk than last night to seeing some stronger winds and that tornado potential still there. So I know a lot of us did some cleanup today. Hopefully we're able to get rid of some of those flooding issues that we had heading into the night, and we're not going to get too much help from Mother Nature here as we have another line on the way. Right now, kind of just sitting in the middle of Michigan as we speak, that line that continues to collect will continue to push south towards our region as we approach 10, 11, midnight is kind of the time frame that we are looking at. Earlier this evening, we just had a few cells here and there, but we're really now starting to see this line connect and areas to our north under a severe thunderstorm watch. We don't have a watch for us yet, and if we do, we'll be the first to let you know. I want to zoom in on the line that we have here because there is already a tornado warning just near the Grand Rapids area. Turn off the lightning for you. Again, this is Michigan, so if you're just joining us and seeing this, we're taking a look closer to the Michigan area where this line is going to continue to progress our way. So again, there's the potential there. Still have a little while for this to continue to move south and into our region. So that's what we're watching out for as we head into the late part of your night. Tonight is a good night to make sure that your phone is fully charged, it's on loud, and you have a good way to get notifications, especially because a lot of the weather will be moving in as a lot of folks head off to bed. A slight and enhanced risk across our area. You see the orange and yellowish colors here, but all threats are on the table for this. I'd say the higher threats that we have, flooding, since our ground is already so saturated, we do have a chance to get more rain, which could lead to more flooding issues. And then also we're expecting some higher winds with this. That severe thunderstorm watch that we just talked about in Michigan, they do have the potential to see wind gusts upwards of 85 miles per hour. So we'll have to see if that trend continues as that system moves into our area. But still, we're going to get some winds upwards of 60 miles per hour possible regardless. Also the chance for some hail, and then that tornado threat is there heading into the night. Here's what it looks like timeline wise. Again, got to give a little bit of wiggle room here and there, but I'd say a good chance to be weather aware once we get closer to 10 o'clock. We'll be here on Fox 8. You can watch us. Andre's here in the background too, so
hi there.
he says hi, everybody. We'll be here tracking all of this throughout the night. So looking like it'll reach parts of northwestern Ohio right around 10 o'clock. Then it'll start pushing into the lake shore, reaching parts of Huron, Lorain, Sandusky counties right around 11 o'clock. It'll start pushing past parts of Cleveland and Akron and Mansfield right around midnight. By 1 o'clock in the morning, it'll start pushing south of US 30, and then it'll be south of our area by 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So morning commute, depending on where you're going, doesn't look all that bad. We'll probably still have some wet roadways, and you'll definitely need to take your time if there is any cleanup on the way, any broken branches or things like that on your commute. But something to definitely look at as we head into the night. Tomorrow, quiet as could be. We could have a few lingering sprinkles, especially early in the day, but it is looking much drier. And if you're wondering, Friday night football games looking really nice. A bit more comfortable too, heading into the weekend, and that weekend forecast is looking pretty quiet. Here's another look at the timeline for us. So you still have a good 2 hours before we see the system head our way. And once it gets here, it'll move pretty quickly. So again, make sure you have the phones ready. Make sure you check the sump pump today to make sure it's running well, and check around your home to see if there's any prep you can do. You still have a few more hours. By 10 o'clock, it's a good idea to be weather aware. And then throughout the night, we'll continue to see how that line progresses south through our region. Again, folks in Mansfield, Worcester, Tuscarawas County, even Carroll County, probably reaching your neighborhood right around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then it'll continue south. By Friday, conditions are much quieter. Again, another rain risk for us. I know we had some folks on here asking about the flooding, and I know there was so much flooding last night. especially when we get into more of the urban areas where there's just no place for the water to drain. And also with all the rain we saw last night, it just gets really hard for that rain to go anywhere. So we could see another 1 to 3 inches of rainfall across the region, maybe a little bit more. Thankfully, the system's moving pretty fast, so I'd say that it's not going to sit there like it did last night. That was one of our big problems. Tonight, temperatures in the 70s. We'll continue to track that for you. Tomorrow, we're back in the low 80s, some places upper 70s, so going to feel a bit more comfortable than today, and the day is looking pretty quiet. Taking you into the 8-day forecast, no weather worries once we get you past tonight. Weekend, a little bit cooler. We'll have a few sprinkles during the afternoon and evening, but still looking good. And then heading into next week, a lot of upper 70s, even in upper 60 on Wednesday. Morning temperatures in the 50s, so we'll get a lot of opportunities to do some cleanup throughout the weekend and next week, and also maybe open up the windows and let in some of that fresh air. All right, we will be on at 10 o'clock tonight, Andre and I, so feel free to join us then. We will have a better idea of the position of that line of storms. You can also find more information on our website, fox8.com. Underneath the forecast discussion, we continually update that here. And if we do get any new information, any watches or warnings, we'll try to hop on too. So stay safe, have a good night, make sure your phone's on, and stick with us here at Fox 8 as we walk through this next round of rain and storms.